everyone, my name is Jovanne F. Clapano and I am going to discuss to you all about Marxism. Okay, let's start. Marxism is a social, political, and economic philosophy named after Karl Marx. It examines the effect of capitalism on labor, productivity, and economic development and argues for a worker revolution to overturn capitalism in favor of communism. Marxism is a difficult and contentious body of work, but it is also more than this. It is a body of revolutionary theory with the purpose of changing the world. As Marx famously said, the philosophers have only interpreted the world in various ways. The point is to change it. This makes Marxist analysis political in a quite specific way. But this is not to suggest that other methods and approaches are apolitical. On the contrary, Marxism insists that all are ultimately political. And now, let's move forward to classical Marxism. Classical Marxism refers to the economic, philosophical, and sociological theories expounded by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, as contrasted with later developments in Marxism, especially Marxism-Leninism. Marx argues that each significant period in history is constructed around a particular mode of production. That is, the way in which a society is organized to produce the necessaries of life, which are food, shelter, and etc. In general terms, each mode of production produces a specific ways of obtaining the necessaries of life, a specific social relationships between workers and those who control the mode of production, and a specific social institutions, including cultural ones. That was for classical Marxism. Next, we have Altoserianism. The ideas of Alois Althusser have had an enormous influence on cultural theory and popular culture. As Hall suggests, Althusser's interventions and their consequent development are enormously formative for the field of cultural studies. Althusser's most significant contribution to the field is his different attempts to theorize the concept of ideology. According to Althusser, a social formation consists of three practices, which are the economic, the political, and the ideological. Althusser argues that if we are to fully understand the meaning of a text, we have to be aware of not only what is in a text, but also the assumptions which inform it. And that will be all for Altoserianism. This time, let's have also the hegemony. Hegemony is for Gramsci a political concept developed to explain the absence of socialist revolutions in the Western capitalist democracies. The concept of hegemony is used by Gramsci to refer to a condition and process in which dominant class does not merely rule a society but leads it through the exercise of intellectual and moral leadership. The concept of hegemony allows students of popular culture to free themselves from the disabling analysis of many of the previous approaches to this subject. Okay, that was hegemony. And lastly, we have post-Marxism and cultural studies. Post-Marxism is a trend in political philosophy and social theory which deconstructs Karl Marx's writings and Marxism proper, bypassing orthodox Marxism. The term post-Marxism first appeared in Ernesto Laclau and Chantal Mouffe's theoretical work, Hegemony and Socialist Strategy. Cultural studies is a field of theoretically, politically, and empirically engaged cultural analysis that concentrates upon the political dynamics of contemporary culture, its historical foundations, defining traits, conflicts, and contingencies. Alright, that would be all for Marxism. This has been Jovanne F. Clapano. Thank you for watching.